Right, we're going to remove, or attempt to remove, this front bumper bit here. So the split line is here. So it's this bit, and then it comes up here. It's got all this bit in it. Bush, bush, bush. Right, to do this, to get to this stage, we'll put the link to the video. Where am I pointing, Tyler? There.
Just about right.
There. You will have got all this stuff off. So you will have already done that, and you'll be ready now to do this. We are using the proper instructions. Now, what we're going to do is, we're not sure whether the proper instructions are, sometimes they can be over exuberant. So the first thing, but we're going to do one side to work out, there's obviously some clips or some fixerage in here that we need to get to. So let's have a look. So the first thing it says is you need to pull this whole wheel arch off with these 9 clips. Now, we've got history with these clips, haven't we?
I've got history with these clips.
Yeah, we either lose them or they break. So, right, this is where you break my car, Tyler. Right then. You know what you're doing?
Grab it and rip.
Grab it and rip.
Nothing else to it, don't you?
Do you reckon it's slow and gentle, or do you reckon it's like, be like a tiger and just pull it? What do you reckon? Oh, well that didn't, I think you've done a good job here, Tyler. It didn't.
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't. Let's have a look. Oh. Let's see what percentage you can do. Someone has come. Oh, look, yeah, there's.
Not doing very well.
Not doing very well. Come on. How many have you actually got off?
No, they're coming off. They're just not coming off intact. That's all.
That's all. See, I'm still not sure why you need to go all the way to the back, but we're going to be good boys on this side, aren't we, Tyler? We're going to do it all by the book. Oh, it's falling on your head.
It's fighting back.
Oh, right. So these are the little clips we're talking about. Now, to be fair, the clips appear to be, they're all over the floor. So yeah, you want to do this in a... Let's have a look at those clips. So the clips appear to be intact, Tyler. But what about the wheel arch? Is it, because sometimes it rips the, where you go and take it off, look, it rips the, that should be, I'm pretty sure that should be continual, shouldn't it? Have we got any, or have they ripped them all? Have we got any with a... No, so they all sort of rip, don't they? They're all pretty much ripped. That one might be intact, Tyler. No, they're all... Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on. I ain't good at this. I've got to touch the screen. And is it going to focus for me? Yeah, so it's you can see there. So in the sort of, it's either the clips that break or the trim that breaks. Now, having said that, I think if you put the clip back on, it will be reusable. But it's slightly disappointing, but we'll gloss over that. Right. Okay, what's next, Tyler? Let's have a look. Right, so basically now we've got to remove this blue panel here, which is the front of the wheel arch. And there's 3 clips. There's one here. And then there's another 2. And they're those sort of 2-part plastic rivets here and here. And then there's 4 screws along the bottom, Tyler. We count 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, here we go. Tyler's got it all worked out. I've had a cup of tea. Tyler's been working it all out for me. Right, and what are you doing first?
Instructions. I should be doing this first.
Top tip, turn your wheel this way and raise your suspension up. Gives you a bit more room. Right.
Because otherwise you've got to take your wheel off.
Right, let's have a look if we can see what's happening here. And it's a bit muddy, unfortunately.
Go by the instructions, I'm taking this one off.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, let's. So that's it. Let's pull the middle bit out and then you get that under it again. Right, let's have a look at that while you're... So that's one of those, yeah, and we'll check they're all the same. So you 2-part things. Again, they won't be orange.
No, we've coloured ours in.
Coloured ours in. As someone pointed out, if we now you might be behind the whole back of it there, Tyler. You got,
I was being a bit sneaky.
No, you're trying to all in one deal. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, same clip. So I wonder what they've given a sort of removable flap. So that's our 3 popper clips, cool. And now you're onto your little
4 screws along all this edge.
4 screws along the edge.
The 4th one is right down under. A little bit.
You can start there, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously this is screwing now into the bumper, isn't it? Because this is our transition. This is wing, and this is bumper. So obviously I can see why we've got to undo these, because it would be joining to that, which would then join. So, right, and, oh, yep, let's have a look. Thank you. Oh, that's the, yeah, if I put it in there right, they come with that. They got one of those integral washers. Right, I'll just check they're all the same. We were supposed to be doing the roof rack today, but we realised to fit the roof rack we need roof rails, so we've got those on order.
3.
All looking the same so far.
Can you see
Yeah,
it?
I can see it, yeah.
Just there.
Yeah. It's just bad camera.
Now, you may have trouble finding these if your Defender is also dirty.
In 20 years' time.
Yeah, when
They're
they're
all rusted and caked up.
no nipple grease on them.
Yeah, right, there we go. Right, so we got all 4 of those. Right, we're good. Right, so do you reckon that pulls out now, Tyler? Do you reckon that's... Look at me sat on a chair with it. Oh yeah, pull that back. I got that. Then work it down on that edge there. I think it's all just sort of... Right, you reckon pull that back? There we go. So push that edge back towards the... That's it. Right, go on then. That's it. Right, so that is what we're looking at. So we've got to take that out. Obviously, we've got to do that on both sides. But again, I'm not going to do the other side yet till we've worked out what really needs unscrewing here. Right, let's crack on, Tyler. Well, we'll have a look at the instructions. Right, the instructions are telling us we need to undo this screw here. But that is only to remove that little aerofoil at the bottom. But we can bring that all out, we think. Anyway, as you know, we're making this up. Right, so the next thing is this electrical wire that comes down here and joins onto that plug. We've got to disconnect the plug and disconnect the little clips that just clip it in tighter. So you want to grab on and do that. I don't know how to say... I'll have to start calling you T-Dog. Yeah, you might be able to pull it, or you might be better off... Oh yeah, that's got it. We'll have a look at those clips in a minute just to see how... But that seemed to work fairly well.
I see.
Yeah, but there's no way you're going to get in behind there. It's not the barbed fitting, but if you feel you're straining the wire... No, you look like you've done a good job there.
Bit of force. So
that's the little clips there.
sort of bumped.
They're just... But they do a good job, that's all it needs. Right, and there'll be a secret pressy thing on that connector there somewhere.
I reckon it's that. It's a bit dry.
Now some of them, when Gary and I took the front off, another drink for someone who's got Gary. Right, we've had a little look, and the first thing we're going to do is the male and female part of the connector are docked. So Tyler's going to lift it up to release it, but you can see how it's a bit of a mud trap even on my fairly new car. So yeah, just pull it directly upwards. It should release it. And that's got one of those other little clips again. Let me zoom in a little bit. So yeah, it's got one of these little clips on the back here that's turn it 90 degrees. That's it there. That docks into this little hole on the bumper there. Right, and then we've got a little bit we've got to press on there, haven't we? So we just got to press on that bit there. Now, what we found was we've cheated here, haven't we? So what happens is as you press that, you can see it opening its little mouth there. But there was mud caked in behind here. And so you were pressing, but it wasn't releasing. And you can see the amount of mud in that corner. So you're probably going to have to wash that out before you can release that a bit. You may have to watch that. That's our top tip. Right, we've got another connector there.
One more.
Again. Right, we've half worked this out. So the first way is to undock the two connectors together. Let's see if we can do this somehow on the camera, Tyler. So you've got to push the back, and then it slides, the whole connector slides out. So it's on a little dock there. The lights of it, that's it. So you have to, and then there's a little ramp on the back of this connector there. So if you push that tab away, and then the whole thing slides off, and then what you've got to do is you've got to press the middle there, in the middle. There, press on there, and Tyler do that, and then those two halves should separate at the back as I push at the back and the middle, and then sometimes squeeze it together, Tyler, and then apart, and that's it. You got to get your finger sort of sideways. That's it. Right, let's just have a quick look at that. So what you're doing is you're pressing on there, and that opens up a little jaw in the middle, and that clamps on that little ramp on the end of that. So there you go. You've got to sort of fight those apart, but then we've got all that out the way. So that should be that side. Now, what we're going to try now is we're going to try and disconnect that bit along the... So this should all be disconnected, this half now, and it's got this little grippy docky rail things in. We'll just double check, and then I think it's just a pull. Right, first thing, undo that little clip there, just sort of pull that towards you. Now we've got the screw out of there, and then I think you're just going to have to pull, Tyler. Let me come around the front, on the side here, go on then. I'll get out your way. I think you're just going to have to pull along that joint. And it's got those grippy things in, hasn't it? Go on, let me do it. Let me do it. Right. I reckon we just got to get here.
Break your car.
Break your car. I don't think there's anything. I'm going to get a good grip here. There you go. Look at that. Right, now we got some more of those. I don't think that's a clip off here necessarily.
No,
I think that's one of those ones that came off the wheel arches that you're missing. So there we go. So right, now we can carry on along the front. Yeah. Tyler's kindly coloured in these all orange. So there's 5 screws. Am I right, Tyler?
Yeah, you're correct.
1 bolts even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should release this front panel. Right, I don't think everyone wants to watch us do that, so we'll get those 5 off. And then we'll join you at the end and we'll check they're all the same size. We do like to check they're all the same size so we know where all the bolts go back again. Right, so there's the 5 bolts, all the same. All good, they all come out all right, didn't they? Yeah. Now, on this other side, obviously it's the same again, but Tyler reckons he can do it by just, rather than removing the whole arch and fishing for clips, just nudging out that front corner. So do you want to have a go at that? The joys. Right. So yeah, just get that. Now, actually, just grab that other wheel arch, Tyler, and I'll just show people the front clip on it. So on the other side, the thing that we're looking at here is just that little tongue. There's a tiny little tongue there on the front edge of the wheel arch, and that comes down and obviously docks into the bumper. There's no other reason for taking that off other than that tiny little tongue. So Tyler reckons he can just pull this out and just sort of hopefully just tuck that out the way. So go on then, Tyler. It's all yours. No need to take all the rest of it off. So you've got to pull up a bit and out a bit. There you go. But we've lost one clip, have we?
It's a stone.
It's a stone. Okay.
We have lost one clip. I think it's gone in.
I think they do pop in, don't they? So I think just... now you can see that tongue's out. That's clear now. So Tyler's now going to do those 4 screws, yeah. We'll take this panel out and we'll have a look. If there's any wiring, I'll come and show you. But for now, we'll just leave Tyler do the stuff. Same as before. Right, so that's that other front wheel arch liner removed on that side. So I think we are ready. As an interesting sort of, probably a gearbox cooler or something there. Big radiator there. Have to watch that doesn't get blocked up. Right then, Tyler. So yeah, if you're going to move that little tab, pull that little tab round first on that bit there. Yeah, pull that out and round, and then get it grabbing behind there, and that's it. Go on. I think the trick is you want to try and pull as square as you can out that way. He's sliding. I'm not going to have to humiliate you on film again. There you go. Yeah, when they go, they go. Right, have we broken any?
Yeah. One.
Oh, let me focus. 1. Clip's gone. I think I have to get busy with the super glue, but the others have gone all right.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's acceptable. Right. So now we've got the front undone. We got that. I think it's just these underneath clips. We haven't even had a look at these yet, have we? Let's have a little look up. Oh, Tyler's had a look at them. Well, I've been off doing some other stuff. So yeah, so we got a flat blade screwdriver. We got those 4 clips. So there's 4 under there. Right. Well, Tyler's undoing that.
Yeah.
They're unscrewing. Right, there you go. Now, someone's asked me, said, Simon, please. I think he pleaded with me, which is a bit of a weird thing to do. But he said, where are the recovery hooks, and can we make a different panel for this bottom bit? He seems to infer that the recovery hooks, and I've worked out where the front recovery hooks are. So what we'll do is let's take this bumper off, because that's what we're doing this video for, and we'll have a look where the front recovery points are. Yeah, we'll let Tyler get on and do those 4 under there. Right, so there you go, that's the screws. They're all the same. Tyler's just doing the last one now. So yeah, we do have to remove that tow eye cover because there's 4 fittings underneath the tow eye cover. So that is a tow eye cover. So we are going to answer Alan's questions. So I think, Tyler, that panel, just that black panel on its own should slide forward, shouldn't it? There you go, Tyler, like I did it.
Just got to break it.
You just got to be more aggressive. Right, yeah, so don't worry, no, keep it straight, keep it straight. And you see what I mean? Not. That's it, yeah. So try and pull it that way, don't try and twist it. And let's have a look at these plastic clips. There you go, so they're the plastic clips. They sort of, I mean, you might better get behind them and push them down a bit, but they're actually alright, none of those are broken. So they're the better sort of clips, those. We can live with those. Now, does that remove the toe points? Reveal the toe recovery points. Ah, yeah, you've only got this central strap. It is a big strap. But yeah, it almost wants a thing designing where this bit here protrudes through the front, doesn't it? Because you've got these big mounting points here. I wonder if there is another recovery thing and then you could cut a hole in the front of that. Because I'm pretty sure his name was Alan, was saying that he's worried that if he gets the car stuck, the last thing he wants to be doing is lying in the mud and trying to do all that to pull that off, to reveal that. He'd rather have something out there ready. Now, there may be concerns with pedestrian safety, but now we're waffling, aren't we? Right. Okay, so here we are. We're just going under the car. So it's not these screws down the side. It's the ones along the back edge. There we go. There. There's that one. And then the bottom one here, if I could get in the right place. So just adjacent to the big tow hook. And then likewise, the same on the other side and that back corner over there. Right, so I'm just going to get on and whip those out. Right, so these are these lower 4 bolts. You can see that there. They're Torx T30.
So we've got it off. Came away from the left side, easy peasy. Went to the right, it was getting stuck. And what we found was that if you can see this little, like there, air scoop is. It was screwed still into the car. No word of it on the instructions. With this little clip here into this little hole here with this little screw.
So he's the demon. He was caught, yeah, and we couldn't see that in the instructions. So now, if you come round, right, so let's have a quick look at this bumper, Tyler. Get a good view of that bumper in so people can see what comes off with it. You've got the parking sensors in there. There's the 2 connectors we disconnected originally. You've got the loom, parking sensor there. Now, where's the front camera? The front camera, we've got the parking sensor here, the parking sensor there. The front camera's got to be in here somewhere. Here, by my hand, look. There's your front cameras up there. The loom comes across here, parking sensor. We haven't got fog lights on this, so it might be slightly different if you've got fog lights. Our budget would only stretch to the S model. Right, and if you have a look at the front, Tyler, it's interesting that on the one side we've got that radiator here, and then there you don't have that separate sort of duct for the brakes, which I guess it is, but on the other side where that bonus screw was, you can see we've got this sort of duct here, but I guess it
goes to nowhere.
It just goes to nowhere. It
for
doesn't
symmetry.
go to brakes at all. And that's the naughty little clip there, the naughty little screw. This is the brake cooling one. Look, Tyler, that would give us cooling to the brakes. That would. So that's your brake cooling. Have we got that one on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's our tow hook there. It looks like we got some. There's quite a big bit of substructure here. You can see all this metal sort of mini subframe that goes up. Someone was asking about that, but it looks like there is a sort of subframe there at the front. This is obviously your crash protection. This is your crumple zone here. Probably got some impact sensors on here somewhere. But there we go, that's the front of the Land Rover Defender. Now, the next part of the video, we're going to try and take that silver off, aren't we? Because that silver's offending us. So we'll have a break, but then we'll put another video up and we'll have a go at removing these silver bits and disassembling that. But good luck and hope that's interesting.